how sweet it is, unless, of course, you're a Georgetown Hoya, that is. Hi, and welcome to the Daily Sports Update, presented to you by Toyota. I'm Amber Wilson for CBSSports.com, back with you after a heart-stopping weekend of college hoops. At this time last week, 65 teams remained with their eyes set on a national championship. And after 4 days of nonstop action, that field has been whittled down to the Sweet 16, and the theme through the first two rounds was no one is safe. All the number one seeds survived, but UCLA and Memphis didn't do so very comfortably, but will enter the regionals with half of the number two seeds watching from home. Saturday, West Virginia was able to knock off Duke in impressive fashion, but that pales in comparison to what 10th-seeded Davidson did to Georgetown yesterday. Stephen Curry and the Wildcats stormed back from a 17-point second-half deficit to end the Hoya season 74-70. Curry, who has played 3 NCAA tournament games in his 2-year career at Davidson, hasn't scored less than 30 points in any one of those yet. The Hoyas, who reached the Sweet 16 in 2006 and the Final Four a year ago, had their hearts set on a national championship this year, but couldn't overcome the son of former NBA snap shooter Del Curry or a pro Davidson, but even more so a pro underdog Raleigh crowd.
When we think we're down, I don't know what the biggest deficit was in the second half, but when we started making a comeback, you could definitely feel the noise and the involvement from the crowd starting to rise. So we definitely fed off of them a little bit, and just wanted to keep it going and keep them in it, and just keep the runs going.
Like the Hoyas, the Dallas Mavericks in the NBA have only the highest of aspirations. They reached the NBA Finals 2 seasons ago and earned the number one seed in the Western Conference a year ago, only to be knocked off in the first round by Golden State, of course. That's why before the trade deadline this season, they made their move for Jason Kidd to help support their all-star forward Dirk Nowitzki for a title run. Sunday afternoon, Dirk Nowitzki left Dallas's game in San Antonio with an ugly lower leg injury. Nowitzki will be reevaluated today as the Mavericks continue to slide down the standings in the Western Conference. Nowitzki left in the middle of a 19-0 run for the Spurs that took them from down 12 to up 7, and that was the final margin of the game. The Mavs have not beaten a team with a winning record since Jason Kidd came from New Jersey, and now find themselves in the 7th spot out west, just two games clear of the 9th-seeded Denver Nuggets. A position that could be in much danger if Nowitzki is to miss an extended amount of time. Gilbert Arenas has been out an extended amount of time and was supposed to make his return last night against the Pistons, but sat out once again. It didn't make any difference for Washington as they pulled off the 95-83 win. Antoine Jamison and Caron Butler paced the Wizards as they pulled off yet another win against one of the NBA's elite. Finally, Tiger Woods' streak of 5 consecutive PGA Tour victories ended this morning at the CA Championship in Miami. After rain suspended play on Sunday, Tiger was able to finish his final round at 4 under par to move to 15 under on the tournament. But Jeff Ogilvy was able to hold off all comers at 17 under par to win by 1 stroke. And that'll do it for your daily sports update presented to you by Toyota. Keep your mouth right here at CBSSports.com for everything you need to know in the world of sports. And if you missed anything here today, stop, refresh, and rewatch. I'm Amber Wilson. Have a fantastic one.